Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we're still continuing with front page review and we're in the Punch. Mariam, you have a story.
I have this sad story. They said the local, LG Electronics, there was the one at Abule Oshun, trade fair. They said it went up in flames.
Oh my God.
But apart from that also, this report is talking about some staff members of the LG Electronics that were apprehended for allegedly stealing some foreign currencies belonging to their employers after the fire engulfed the store. This happened on Sunday. So according to this report, it still says it's an allegation. While the fire had, caught the store, it looked like some staff members took the advantage to take out some foreign currencies. But in the report, I didn't see anything that built on that. So I guess we'll see that. But they just explained how the fire services received a message. They said around 12:15, and with LASEMA, LRT, LRU, and other agencies, they had come together in quelling the fire. They lost a lot of things, but they also said, okay, just a few minutes, let me finish. Okay, so they said that what they were able to do was they were able to prevent, although it burnt down, but they were also able to prevent it from spreading to adjacent structures, that there were other warehouses there was a gas station, there were diesel tankers, there was the expatriate quarters is around there and other adjoining buildings. It didn't get there, but they contained it to that particular warehouse.
I'm neighbor to the LG assembly. It's the largest in Africa. That place houses all LG assembly and essence products. Yeah, billions were burnt yesterday. And it started early. We didn't know within the estate because the residents are at the back. And by morning, we saw smoke, just up everywhere. By the time I got there, my husband got there initially, it was only NEMA we saw on ground, the National Emergency Relief Agency. I didn't see the other agency, so I tweeted about it.
Okay.
So maybe they were inside, but there was police presence to prevent any form of stealing. In fact, there were 2 gunshots that were heard.
To avoid vandalism.
Avoid anybody trying. But the boys, because LG employs a large number of people there. And so the boys were really trying to go in to personally use their hands to... but because of distrust, people did not... the police shot at any attempt to enter. And so the place was totally... The front, you see... The fire was so intense, it melted the roofing iron.
Wow.
I think that
what caused the fire?
It was terrible.
Wow.
Said it was gas explosion.
Wow. Yeah, so I have some top officials of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria have been arrested by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission over alleged mismanagement or diversion of the 90 billion naira released by the federal government to subsidize the 2024 Hajj pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. Is bad enough that there were complaints about this money being released in the first place. So to even hear now that there is mismanagement or diversion, it is crazy. The officials were arrested in their offices and they were taken to the anti-graft agency offices following their failure to honor earlier invitations extended to them by the ICPC. And the ICPC spokesperson, Mr. Bakari, is insisting that they invited them a couple of times. They didn't show up, so they had to go to the offices to pick them up. They are also saying that top officials were the ones that were arrested. Their chairman was not included. They've been granted and released on bail after having met the conditions, and the investigations are still on the way. But a source in the commission added that the officials were grilled for hours on end following that money. This is a huge amount of money, so of course they have to be grilled. And I hope that investigations are underway and we know what's going on with these funds. But because what is going on in the economy, this is sad to hear.
So I have the story of NDLEA's massive, this is like, the headline says, NDLEA smashes cocaine syndicate, recovers multi-billion-naira drugs in nationwide raid. So they discovered cocaine, about 2 kilograms in a Ghanaian Kente fabric, in a logistics, all this logistics firm that was in Lagos. Another 10 kilograms of the same cocaine. Cocaine is, according to the paper, I said, is a Class A drug. So it's a very expensive drug. It was also recovered in the pivot shaft of a, that was supposed to be moved via a logistics company to the US as well, which brings the total number of cocaine they discovered within that logistics company to 12 kilograms. Another logistics company also, they found This one are other kinds of drugs, 500 grams of cocaine, including material. This was supposed to head from the US through the logistics company into Abuja. They were able to also discover pills of tramadol heading to Canada. There were 21 parcels of land, synthetic strain of cannabis weighing 10 kilograms from the US. Several activities. Of course, we always get this report from the NDLEA's Director for Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, and we take the story so that the people are aware of what the government is doing as well as what the military is doing. But NDLEA, well done. They listed names of other people that were found. This is part of the cocaine syndicate that they were able to bust as well. Good job. We'll move on to Daily Sun. And in Daily Sun, we have Senate DS Obasanjo on salary fixing allegation. They challenged the ex-president to provide evidence of the claim. And then Nigeria's struggle persists as Niger, Togo, others fail to defray the $14.19 million Q1 electricity debt. Otoeze's Oranto Petroleum signs oil deal in Venezuela. And like Dangote, Edo Refinery alleges non-supply of crude oil to start production. So what story are we taking first?
Before Edo. So Edo had, talked about this refinery in the past, but we didn't know. So Edo Refinery and Petrochemicals Company Limited is a 1,000 barrel or even above per day capacity, and it's fully functional, but they've been unable to get crude locally. And they said, in spite of the president's directive recently that, crude should be given to Dangote and any other modular refinery in the country, and in Naira, they have not been able to get any from the relevant authorities. And they directly indicted Mele Kyari and whoever is in charge of the Ministry of Petroleum. They have written in 3 years and engaged them, even after having an agreement with Seplat and other local companies around them. They have not been able to get crude to refine and utilize the capacity of that petroleum, the refinery. So they have an agreement with the ND Western, First Hydrocarbon and Seplat. Until date, nothing has happened. All engagements with the ministry and the office of Mele Kyari, as the group CEO of NNPCL, has continued to prove abortive. Right now, I'm not in love with that man. Because, your name is appearing too many times. You need to start to make amends. Because we see this is a product that we constantly buy in dollar. I think what they consider their KPI is how much foreign exchange but we lose money when we have to buy the refined products. And imagine the number of employment it will create if they are locally produced. I am a daughter of a...
It won't be right for me not to, because they've already signed off the petrol. Most of our, crude oil, most of our crude oil is going to pay for debts.
They should come out.
It's not really like we have the crude oil. We don't have the crude oil. They cannot produce
not since they've been engaging Dangote. Yeah. That's not the impression they've been given. So now, if the office of Mele Kyari thinks that's the arrangement, come out and give us the documents. We are the owners of the petrol. It's not your personal property anyway.
All right.
Anyway, I've got...
sorry.
Yeah, well, you're right. Nigeria's financial challenges have taken another hit as international customers failed to settle a whopping $14.19 million electricity bill for the first quarter of 2024. This was revealed by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NEC, for their Q1 2024 report. They said that this persistent non-payment by all 4 of Nigeria's international electricity customers is putting a lot of pressure, financially on the department.
Niger, Togo.
So the countries are Benin Republic, Niger, Togo, and I think I missed the last one. They said that there's a substantial unpaid amount of debt that has, that they are carrying with them. They also said there's a similar pattern within Nigeria, that domestic bilateral customers who were billed a total of 1.86 billion for the same period have also defaulted on their payments. They said, however, there's some progress that they've seen in some previous debts. They said 2 international customers managed to pay approximately $5.19 million, while 8 domestic customers settled about 505.71 million naira from the past quarters. They said although it's a step forward, the recurring failure to meet, the payments is affecting the industry largely. Electricity is expensive, definitely.
Yes, so I have Atlas Oranto Petroleum International Limited, made up of the Atlas Petroleum International Limited and Oranto Petroleum International Limited, an oil and gas firm with specialization in oil drilling, because I'm an oil and gas lawyer, so this is thrilling for me. They've expanded their global reach while signing the signing of an oil prospecting agreement in Venezuela. We should also know that this company, they are major players in Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Uganda, Mozambique. Yes, that is owned by Atlas. They are really doing great stuff. And the joint venture will help them acquire, convert, and install all production infrastructure over the next 3 years. Our
final paper for today, Vanguard, end blame game, halt bad policies, Labour, Obi, Lukman tells the president, Tinubu. Monkeypox, federal government direct travelers to Nigeria to fill declaration form and 10 die in Abia truck accident. So let's take the monkeypox story.
Yeah, got that. So the federal government has directed that all travelers to Nigeria must fill health declaration form to avoid the spread of infectious diseases. So there's a report that monkeypox is back again, and this is a different strain. This particular strain, they say, is even worse than the previous. This new strain is worse than the previous ones. They said that the mode of transmission is much quicker, where the rashes were, on some different parts of the body with the previous one. This one is all over. And so it's important that, this form is filled. They said it's an instituted measure to prevent the spread, monitor the possible importation of infectious diseases, and aid the control of diseases outbreak, thereby protecting the health of all Nigerians. So this was first reported, this particular strain was first reported in DR Congo, that's Democratic Republic of Congo, and then now closer countries to that country to, I think there are reports that they may be having some of that, so we need to be careful.
Yeah, I wanted us to, maybe we'll discuss it as our health topic tomorrow so that we inform people. So if you know anybody coming from those areas, you would be cautious. That's what we can take on Front Page Review for today. When we return, we have a very hot topic that has got everybody talking on social media. Stay with us, you'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.